Batman! G'day chaps, 'tis I, Clown Puncher 139. As I've stated too many times at this point, I love Batman Arkham City. This game is nearly perfect. Notice though, I said nearly. There is a flaw I noticed in my latest run-through. It's a big enough detail, however, that every Gaming Sins video I've watched has covered it. Why does Batman die so quickly when he gets Joker's blood? I may have an answer to that. Tally-ho, chaps! Although at first glance, it just seems like more of a major coincidence, it is very convenient that Batman just so happened to have a blood compatible with Joker. For those of you unaware, you and everybody else has a specific blood type. If you've taken high school biology, you probably remember hearing about this. These include the likes of A, B, AB, O, and their negative counterparts. Each blood type is unique in the context of donating and receiving. For instance, if you have AB positive blood, you can receive any blood type and be perfectly fine, but you can only donate to people with AB positive blood. However, if you have O negative blood, you are a universal donor. Anyone can take that blood and be perfectly fine. However, you can only receive O negative blood. And if you are given the wrong blood, you will most likely die. And here's a chart to explain it further because I'm lazy. I believe that is the reason Batman is dying so fast in Arkham City. Think about it. It would be pretty convenient that Batman and Joker have compatible blood types. Not only that, but Joker's blood is foreign anyway. The reason certain blood types cannot take others is because they contain foreign elements. I just read this up on Google, so I'll explain it in the best layman's terms I can. Firstly, your blood type is determined by the presence or absence of two antigens, A and B, on the surface of red blood cells. A third antigen, called Rh factor, will either be present or absent, making your blood positive or negative. Now, obviously that's important, but not as important as this second point. If incompatible blood types are given during a transfusion, the donor cells will be attacked by the patient's immune system, which may cause shock, kidney failure, and death. Obviously, since Joker's blood is infused with the Titan formula, it will be foreign to Batman, meaning his blood cells will try to attack Joker's and lead to the symptoms above. However, since we see in Arkham Knight that there are multiple people with Joker's blood taking over their minds, we can assume that it actually isn't Titan killing them. The people infected with Joker's blood and living in the movie studios are all still alive, despite Joker's plan taking place probably months ago. Yet they aren't dead because Joker's blood is compatible with them. As we see them, they don't appear to be dying. That doesn't explain the Horcrux-like state of Joker and all of them, but it does explain them living. It also, more or less at least, explains why Batman is still not fully cured after Arkham City. He's cured from the bad blood transfusion, but he didn't finish the cure, so he is still Jokerfied. Just to hopefully confirm this a little bit more, here's a list of symptoms to receiving incompatible blood. Firstly, a strong feeling that something bad is about to happen. Batman definitely says multiple times that he knows something bad is happening. Fever and chills, which we unfortunately can't really see at all because Batman. Breathing difficulties. Batman is seen coughing multiple times in the Demon Hall and a bit in Wonder City. Muscle aches, again we can't really see. Nausea. Batman and his colleagues say multiple times that he is sick. Chest, abdominal, or back pain. He probably experiences that all the time because he's fighting criminals. And a little something known as jaundice. I hope I didn't butcher that. Which is known as the yellowing of the skin and eyes. And while we don't get a good enough view of Batman's eyes, we do know that Talia gets a look at his face. And since we get a decent enough view of it, we can see veins popping out and possibly worse/yellow looking skin. Oracle also says that Batman's vitals are spiking when he enters the Demon Hall. This is something the doctors look for if they suspect a bad blood transfusion. To simplify it to my best knowledge, here's the closest thing I can get to explaining it in layman's terms. Batman was given Joker's blood in Arkham City. However, they do not have compatible blood types, so Batman starts dying. When he gets a sample of Lazarus from Ra's al Ghul, he is temporarily saved from the side effects of a bad blood transfusion. My theory here is that Mr. Freeze was only making the cure to save the innocents from being Jokerfied, and because he was given the restorative element from Ra's al Ghul's blood, he could have also used this for further research in saving Nora, and the cure would also cure anyone with a bad blood transfusion like Batman. However, the whole cure has to be taken. That's why Batman is cured from the blood transfusion, but still becomes Joker in Arkham Knight. The other Jokers we see in the movie studios were not affected by Titan poisoning because it only affects the original Titan user, maybe. They simply got Joker's blood and became, well, Joker. It still doesn't make sense, but neither does Arkham Origins. All that Batman and Robin needed to do was get some more of the cure from Freeze, which they clearly used because Commissioner Gordon says,
I know, we tracked it all down.
Meaning they must have cured it with the cure. All of this also means that the Titan poisoning only affects its original host. That could also explain why none of the hospitals denied Joker's blood. It has nothing that they would need to be concerned about. Obviously, all of this isn't a perfect explanation, but it's better than, it's a Batman game, let's go with it. And obviously, while Batman doesn't experience everything, he is definitely experiencing some of the symptoms of a bad blood transfusion. While there certainly isn't anything to confirm it, I certainly think it's possible. Please, Rocksteady, if you're watching this video, please confirm it, please. When I learned about blood types in freshman year honors biology, I never thought I would use it for anything. Little did I know, after watching enough Gaming Sins videos, I would come up with this theory and have use for biology from 2 years ago. I did need to look up quite a bit of stuff for this theory, so it hopefully ends up sounding good in this video. I'll find out while I'm editing. So in the meantime, chaps, remember, I am vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Cloud Puncher 139. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later, chaps. Joker!